Who's down with NFT? Who's down with NFT? Who's down with NFT? Who's down with NFT? Well, then let's start from the beginning. What does NFT stand for?
Yeah, what the hell is an NFT? So NFT stands for non-fungible token. And I'm sure you're saying, well, what the hell does fungible mean? Right?
Yeah. When I first read that, I'm like, is this a word? Did you
Yeah,
make
this
this
is
up?
a word that I don't think most people know, fungible. So you're talking about fungible, then you're talking about non-fungible. And I think the perfect metaphor or example of fungible versus non-fungible that makes it fairly easy to understand, because you can like talk circles around what all this stuff means. But so let's start with what fungible means. All right. Fungible is an item that you can exchange for an equal like item. All right. The perfect example of this is if you had a $10 bill and I came up to you, Ren, and I said, here's two $5 bills. That's fungible. They're different, but they're the same thing. Okay.
Same.
Same. So that's what fungible means. Okay. If you're going to do non-fungible, if I have a house and you own a house, our houses may not actually, they're both houses, but they both may not be worth the same amount of money. So those are non-fungible. They're two like items, but they're not necessarily equal in value. And so I found this little meme on here that I'd like to look at because it talked about fungible and non-fungible. And so money obviously is fungible because one currency it can exchange for another currency of equal value.
It has a value. Like
It
the
has
key
value.
word is value.
Yeah. And collectibles have value too. And that's essentially what all these non-fungible tokens are, is their worth is set on what the marketplace says it's set at. It doesn't have an equal value. You can't take one NFT and exchange it for another one and it's equal value. So that's just not how it works. So you have to get the mindset of the fact that one is more like a collectible, you know? So you could buy a whole bunch of baseball cards and in that pack, maybe one of them turns out to be worth some money. The rest of them aren't worth anything, but yet they're all baseball player pictures on the same piece of paper. And so that's how you have to kind of work it. And so you start to learn like, okay, so that's what it means. We're in the digital world. So we get to the next part. So non-fungible means that the value is up in the air, really. The market decides. The token part of it is really easy. So the NFT is run on something called a blockchain, which is essentially the same stuff that they run Bitcoin on. Okay, so this is this digital mining thing that they run on the background, and the token is essentially a certificate. It's saying this non-fungible item that's been created, and it could be a picture, it could be a video, it could be music, any sort of digital asset. This has it's a certificate. So you're not buying the original. So if you go online and you find some really cool piece of digital art and you're like, man, I'm going to buy that NFT, and you spend $5,000 and you buy that NFT. Well, you don't own the original art. You're not buying their copyright. Usually there's some circumstances where maybe an artist will do that, but you're buying a copy, a certified copy of it. And the thing I would compare this to is it was really popular back in the day. In fact, I remember my parents were super into it. There was this painter that painted whales on everything. I can't remember his name. And there's the other guy. They had Ann Getty, took pictures of babies. You know, they had these types of artists that became really popular, commercially popular. Well, when you went to their stores inside the mall, you could see all these amazing pictures, and they're real expensive, but they weren't the originals. But what you were buying was a certified copy. So it was a limited, right? So they're saying there's only 10,000 of these, and now you own one of the 10,000. And that's what gave it its value, because it was from an artist you cared about, and it had a certified limitation to it. And so that's basically what the token's signifying.
Right. So like if like you see that photo and you like it and I just go click save as and I have a copy of it, do
Correct.
I have a copy of it or do I not have a
You
copy of it?
you have a copy of a picture or a video or whatever it is, but it's worth nothing. Just like all the other gifts, pictures, music you find on the internet, because it doesn't have that certification. That's the difference. So I could walk in and take a photograph of Ann Getty's picture of her babies and hang it on my wall, and it's worth nothing because it hasn't been certified. And that's the big difference.
So the token part's kind of like, you have a stamp of approval, like a
Yep.
seal, whoosh,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
like, this is legit now, sort of thing.
It's exactly right. It's certifying it as the real deal of some sort of limitation. So whatever the limited agenda is, whether it's 5 or 100,000, it just depends on what the creator of the NFT was interested in doing. Did they want to sell 100,000 of them and sell them, knowing that will devalue them to some degree, but collect a lot of small payments, or do they want to only make 5 of them, knowing that they'll go for a lot of money and collect each of those 5 big payments?
And one interesting thing is like, if you're like a buyer of NFTs, right, you're able to resell it. And if you're reselling it to another person that buys it, the original artist gets a chunk of that money, right? Is that correct?
That's right. So you're absolutely correct. So when you're creating it as an artist, when you're creating an NFT, and I've tried to convince you to do it, because what people don't know is Ren is also a very good hand illustrator. He'll say he's not, but he is. You're definitely good enough to sell NFTs, because I've seen some of the crap that's sold as NFTs. So you go on to one of these NFT sales sites, and yeah, when you're uploading it, it doesn't take that much effort. I would really encourage you to try. You should try as an experiment, just for the show at the least. But you assign royalty to it. So you say, okay, I'm gonna make 15 of these available of this piece of artwork that I've made. Every time someone buys one, I get $20, and then they own that one. But every time they sell it, and they get to choose the value at that point, because they own that token of it, they can sell it for $10,000 tomorrow, and you get whatever percentage royalty you've assigned to it, and that just lives as part of the certificate forever. So if the guy sells it, if you set it for 10% and he sells it for 10 grand, that's $1,000 in your pocket.
And it just keeps going, right? If that person
Forever.
sells it again,
In
you're just
perpetuity.
eating. Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I know, it's super cool. It says, I was reading this thing. It basically says that most of the unique tokens are created on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's the biggest one, which is unique to what we were talking about a lot earlier, which was NBA Top Shot. NBA Top Shot, what you'll see some people arguing about online is, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme. And it's because the reason, and it's not, by the way, at least I personally don't think that.
Yeah.
But the reason it's not is because it is based on its own blockchain, which is the Dapper Labs version of it. It's called Flow. And so Flow right now, if you buy something on the Flow blockchain, you could only exchange it to other people on the Flow blockchain. Whereas what's going to really make the NBA Top Shot value go way up is once I can take my token out of the Flow blockchain, put it in my own digital wallet, and then put it on an Ethereum somewhere else. And that's really what frees it from people being weirded out about it. And that's why you'll see that these kind of ebbs and flows with their prices right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you buy and sell on Amazon, right? And then you can only sell it back within Amazon. You can't take it to eBay, you can't take it to Walmart, sort of thing. So like NBA Top Shots kind of like, no, this is it, right? Like, for example, only Amazon, and that's what we're doing. And the dangerous part about that is like, what if Dapper Labs just, bellies up? Yeah. And then like, what do we lose all our money?
Yeah, no, so people need to be aware of that.
Yeah.
But there's a total possibility of that happening. Of course, NBA Top Shot and Dapper Labs is looking pretty good right now. Things can change pretty quickly in basically this world of cryptocurrency finance, but they just got a huge influx of money, from Michael Jordan, from 2 Chainz, from Kevin Durant, all these different big names.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Yeah, they got like $305 million on like a $2.6 billion valuation. So they're not hurting, but they still consider, the camera fell. They still consider themselves in beta. Oh shoot, hold on.
Oh, the kaijus are attacking.
We've got problems.
See, if you're watching us live right now, you're gonna see all this action.
Oh fuck. It's like the screw came loose, so it won't hold into place.
Can you screw from the bottom?
There you go. Now I just have, it's like definitely falling. I wonder how much more it'll fall.
It looks like you have a vignette on you.
Yeah. I can rest it like that. I wonder how high that is. That's not bad. Okay, We're back. So sorry about that. Now you can see more of my cool video game that's in the background. One of my all-time favorites. All right. Anyways, I think it's NFTs are definitely unique, and we'll see if they're here to stay. There's a lot of things in life that people have said that's never going to last. You can go back to, oh man, we're going to make electric cars. That's not going to last. Oh man, we're going to make airplanes. Nobody's going to want to fly in an airplane. We have trains. You can go back through the dawn of time during innovation and things like that. My mom told me rap music wouldn't last more than a few months, and here we are today. So yeah, it's just one of those things that I think it will last. Now, if it will be the same iteration of what it is now, I don't know.
Let's say let's compare, right? NFT, imagine as gold, right?
Okay,
During the gold rush, people were coming to get gold, right? And who made the most money? Not the people that was trying to like scoop up the gold.
that's right.
The people that was
That
selling the tools and stuff like that. They made the
that's right.
money. So if you or somebody knows what to do with the NFTs, that's like some money you can make there too. Like maybe make a frame that go hold a digital image and post it up on your wall or something like that.
That exists. I found it. So
Yeah.
that's a thing that you can buy. It's a great idea. It's so good. I follow it on Twitter.
Nice. Yeah,
It's
so stuff
super
like
cool.
that. Like how do you display your NFTs? That's like a
Yeah,
whole new
that's right.
way to make money too, besides just trying to get into crypto, trying to buy or sell NFTs.
And what's interesting about NFTs is part of what makes them valuable is they're more than just cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency doesn't have any kind of collectability to it. You're not going to just collect. I mean, unless you're like Scrooge McDuck, you're not going to just collect money for the hell of it, right? And so the collectability of it is what makes it non-fungible. It's got this uniqueness to it. So it could be anything from, what was that?
Yeah, Bert.
It wasn't me, was it?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that was. I heard it too. Um, it could be anything. I thought it was on your end. It could be anything. So it could be a song. It could be digital art. It could be a video. It could be a GIF. It could be a tweet. So like here it says, what kind of NFTs are there? For instance, here's a few of the more successful ones. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey sold his first ever tweet as an NFT for, get this, $2.9 million. Now, remember, this isn't anything original. You can go on Twitter right now and you can go find this tweet and look at it for free. But someone owns a certified version of it. So, Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end Rob Gronkowski, he created his own limited edition trading cards that sold as NFTs for $1.8 million. The Kings of Leon, it's a great band. Everybody likes the Kings of Leon. They sold their NFTs of their newest album and made over $2 million. Now, this is the funniest part. It says there's even a guy that sold his own farts as NFTs. He had this kind of setup. He turned the other way around. He recorded his expulsions and he sold it for $85.
Yeah,
So
dude, that's
you
crazy.
can sell right now. It's really hot because it's new and people are excited about it. And so there's a lot of things you can sell it on. So there's marketplaces like OpenSeas is one of the big ones. NBA Top Shots becoming very big. They had LeBron James selling NBA Top Shots for $179,000. Yeah, it's incredible. The biggest one still is by a guy named Beeble. He's an internet artist, and he sold his internet art for $69 million, one piece.
Damn, who the hell are these people buying, man?
Yeah, and that person owns a copy. It's not even the original. Like you think
Yeah,
$69 million, you should at least own the copyright to it at that point. So
yeah, it just
it's
makes me wonder,
incredible.
like, because it's really hard to wrap your head around this stuff. Like, what do you do with it afterwards? Like,
Yeah,
pay 69 mil. What do you do with it? Like, man, I
so like
just
you would imagine someone like that has probably a big ass 85-inch TV that's displaying it full time in their house. And there are, like you were mentioning, there are a lot of digital frames now just for NFTs. And as I think it kind of grows and changes, you're going to get more and more NFT action. And the one thing that people still need to remember is there is environmental cost for this. So they call it mining. It takes a lot of computer power to create blockchain that they keep the NFTs on. And I saw this. I'm just even find a real fact. There was a fact on here that like blew my mind when they were talking about how much energy
oh, was that the
it
Bitcoin one?
it said something like I don't remember which country it was, but they basically said the current blockchain, the way it's running, is taking up more energy than like in the entire country of somewhere. It was like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
like South America or something like that. Something
Yeah.
down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a big article, so I can't find it anymore. But so there's the one that would probably be the one downside to it. They really do need to continue to invent and make better ways to be able to create these digital tokens that doesn't require so much energy and electricity to do.
Yeah, I think
And
us
we,
as human beings, we're so used to the physical stuff, right? The physical world. And so this digital stuff is just like kind of like, well, what the hell, dude? It's
yeah,
so like I said, it takes a while to
kind of
wrap
wrap
your
your
head
head
around.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
it's
again,
different
like,
thinking, that's for sure.
yeah. But then like these kids, these younger kids, they're basically born into this type of world, like playing games, in their little like Minecraft metaverse or whatever
Yep,
it is.
we've talked about metaverse in the past, and absolutely, it's
Yeah.
all kind of connected.
Yeah, it's like, so if you buy this one card or buy this whatever painting, digital painting, they're like, oh hell yeah, they're used to it.
Oh, here it is. So yeah, Cambridge University found that mining for Bitcoin consumed more energy than the entire country of Argentina.
Damn, well, I was right. South America, I knew.
Yeah, Ethereum is second to Bitcoin in popularity, and its power consumption is on the rise and comparable to the amount of energy used by the entire country of Libya.
Yeah,
So
see,
God, yeah. So that
it's
part's not great.
yeah,
But I think that as we evolve and we figure this out, it'll get even better. But yeah, so I think that's a good NFT segment, first time ever start, and we can come back and we can talk about more specific things. I know
yeah,
that we've all got some packs coming our way on Top Shot, so we're gonna have a pack opening here in about a week and a half.
yeah. I got a few people I've been trying to invite to do a pack opening party with us.
Yeah, I love that idea, because then the more the merrier, the better chance we
Yeah,
have of getting something good.
yeah.
Show me what you got.